All right, Team Grizzly, Alan, Michelle, Eli, and Abe, let's get into it. You've brought this little ball of fire, a Belgian Malinois puppy, into your home. So the big challenge, right, is how do we channel all that crazy energy into a dog that's calm, confident, and a great part of the family? The secret? You got to work as a team. So this is your game plan.
Here's the roadmap for how we're going to do it. First, we'll get a handle on what having a Malinois really means. Then we'll talk about his needs as a working dog. After that, and this is a big one, we'll cover training the kids. Then we'll lay out the actual game plan for Grizzly, talk about building that super important off switch, and finally, look at the amazing dog you'll have at the end of it all. This is how we're going to get from total chaos to calm.
And this quote right here, this is the whole foundation of everything we're about to do. You have to understand that Grizzly isn't your typical pet. He's not a couch potato. He is genetically hardwired to have a job. If he doesn't have one, he'll invent one. And trust me, you probably won't like the job he comes up with.
So let's just reframe this whole thing right now. You didn't just get a puppy. Nope, you have basically drafted a furry, four-legged professional athlete into your family. And just like any top athlete, he needs a very specific kind of coaching from the whole team.
Think of these as Grizzly's superpowers, okay? His brain is off the chart smart, and that's your biggest advantage. But, and it's a big but, that crazy high energy and those nipping instincts, well, that can be his kryptonite, especially around the kids. That's exactly what this plan is designed to manage.
Now, let's talk about one of the biggest myths out there. You've probably heard it a million times. A tired dog is a good dog. Well, with a Malinois, that's only half the story. You cannot just run this dog into the ground and expect a calm pet. It just doesn't work that way.
So yeah, the books say Grizzly needs at least 90 minutes to 2 hours of activity every single day. But here's the secret sauce. It's not about how much time you spend. It's about what you do in that time. The type of activity is what makes all the difference. This is so important to get. If you just play fetch in the yard for an hour, all you're doing is creating a super athlete who can now play fetch for 2 hours. Our goal isn't to build a marathon runner. We want to tire out his brain. Think of it like a hard math problem versus a long run. One brings peace and quiet, the other just builds more stamina.
Okay, now for what might feel like a total plot twist in this plan. But I'm not kidding when I say this is the most critical piece of the entire puzzle. Before we really get going on Grizzly's training, we have to train the kids. The safety and success of this whole thing really depends on it.
And look, this isn't just a friendly tip from some expert. This is rule number 1. It is absolutely not negotiable. For everyone in the house to be safe and for Grizzly to succeed, all the kids, Abe, Gianna, Pancho, any friends who come over, they all have to be on the same page.
Okay, kids, this one's for you. It's called Be a Tree. See, Grizzly's herding instinct gets triggered by fast movements and squealing sounds. So, the second he gets a little too nippy or excited, you need to turn into the most boring thing in the room, a tree. You just stop, fold your arms, look at your shoes, and don't make a sound. And just like that, poof, the game is over for him.
And here's rule number 2, and it's a super important safety rule. We call it seek high ground. If the playing gets a little too wild or, and this is a big one, if you've got a snack in your hand, you just calmly move up onto a chair or the couch. You're out of the nip zone, your food is safe, and it gives everyone a second to reset.
And these are the other house rules for everyone. It's all about respecting Grizzly's space and boundaries. But I really want you to focus on that last one because it's a game changer. Never, ever play with your hands. Always use a toy. We want to teach Grizzly's mouth that toys are for biting and people are for gentle pets.
Okay, so the kids have their instructions. Now let's talk about Grizzly's job description. We're going to zero in on 2 big missions for him. And the best part is the whole family gets to be involved. We're talking about real socialization and serious mental work.
So, let's clear something up. Socialization for a Malinois does not mean he has to go say hi to every dog in person at the park. Not at all. It means teaching him to see the chaotic world around him, kids screaming, skateboards rolling by, and to just be cool with it. The goal is neutrality. He should see chaos and think, no big deal.
Which, brings us right back to that million-dollar question. How in the world do you satisfy a dog that's basically a furry Energizer bunny on a double espresso? We know running alone won't do it, so what will?
With this, you make his brain do all the heavy lifting. I'm telling you, this is the magic bullet. It's incredible, but just 20 minutes of a focused brain game, like having him sniff something out, can totally wipe him out for hours, way more effectively than a long run. This is your secret weapon.
And here's the perfect way to start. A game for the whole family. The Find the Treat game. It's super simple. Abe, you can show him the yummy snack. Eli, you're the official dog holder. Alan and Michelle, you're on hiding duty. He has to use that powerful nose and brain to solve the puzzle. And when he does, everybody celebrates. Just like that, training becomes family game night.
You hear this all the time, right? Go, those dogs, they don't have an off switch. Well, that's not quite true. They aren't born with one. An off switch is a skill. You have to install it, and you teach it just like you teach sit or stay.
And that's the key thing to remember. The off switch isn't about being physically exhausted. It's a state of mind. It's about Grizzly learning how to choose to be calm, how to just settle down on his own, even if the house is bustling with activity. We have to teach him that being calm is an awesome, rewarding choice.
And there are two fantastic ways we're going to do this. Alan and Michelle, you can take the lead on the more structured training, something called a relaxation protocol. But here's where Eli and Abe become superstars, capturing calmness. It's the easiest and one of the most powerful things you can do. If you see Grizzly just lying down being quiet, you just calmly walk by and drop a little treat between his paws. No big fuss. You're just telling him, hey, doing that, that's a good thing.
So, let's tie this all together. When you think about all these different pieces, training the kids, working his brain, building that off switch, they aren't just separate chores. They're all the ingredients that come together to create the exact dog you're hoping for, a loyal, gentle family guardian.
Now just know this isn't going to happen overnight. It's a journey. You're right in the middle of that super important socialization window now. Pretty soon the teething monster will arrive, but by sticking with it, staying consistent every day, you are literally going to watch this little land shark transform into a trusted member of your family.
And that really is the whole takeaway. The path to getting that amazing, gentle, protective dog that you want is by first giving him what he needs: a real job for his brain, clear and consistent rules from his leaders, and a routine he can count on. When you meet his needs, he'll be free to become the incredible family protector he was born to be. So there you have it. That's the playbook. Every single person in the family has a crucial role to play. You have the athlete, you have the game plan. The only question left is, are you ready to be the dedicated, patient, and loving coaching staff that this amazing dog deserves?